All right, so what have we talked about since last Thursday? There's been one level. What level did I post about yesterday is my only market commentary. It's been one level, and that has been 66.20. And as you can see from yesterday, that created the low of the day into that level. That was the overnight lows from the prior overnight session. And then my expectation, as you recall, was to be a buyer above 66.20. So that was this idea of kind of a pullback from above there to get long. Well, if we look at higher time frame charts, the market just continues to retest 66.20, and what's very important is what's not happening. What could have or should have happened based on a solid contextual auction market theory understanding of markets, but didn't. What was the market trying to do but couldn't? And to me, coming into today, that was a bounce to be able to bounce and go higher from 66.20, which was such an important level. Even when you consider last quarter, last month's highs around 66.60, unable to kind of, we should either have been able to retest and go or wick and go from there, and certainly unable to do so. So this compression that we just saw leads us into, if you've taken the market profile course, you understand that this is one of the 10 laws of market dynamics that we understand how to have an expectation of what could happen now. And definitely based on what didn't happen and some of the different compression that we saw would lead you to a reasonable expectation, as I was just talking about on our trader call for our funded guys here 15 minutes ago. The expectation is for that to break. I actually got short as we were on that call, and the first target area here is 65.70. Then we have 65.20s, and then 64.70s or 64.80. Let's just call it 70 to 80 zone. Let's put another zone here. Is very important. So that could be a major area to run to there as well. Obviously, we've taken our usual scale outs along the way. Risk has not trailed with this. Risk is still beyond the swing where we got in, above 66.20. And that's about that. I'm still trading May. We're in the thick of rollover here. May currently with 141,000 versus June with almost 124. So you could trade either today. Pretty split between the volumes. Normally during rollover, I was telling our group mentoring class this morning, normally I tend to reduce my hold times. I tend to lessen my expectations for potential movement. I tend to take profits quicker. Not doing that today just based on kind of how such a contextual shift that we've had as we, come into this market open. So anyways, I wanted to get the video going early today. Obviously, we're not even to the open yet, but just based on being able to make kind of the trade call out in as real time as possible and get everything recorded in here. So here we are. Small battle here as we approach this kind of edge area. Also, we're within 10 minutes to the pit session open, which we can see a little bit of gaming sometimes. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and I will be back for the open. All right, just got back on the desk from grabbing some coffee. I did have orders filled just in front of this 70-cent area that we have here. So now we've got really healthy scales, and we'll see what the open brings. I don't really care either way. What do you guys think about ES? You think it's back to business as usual, back to a grind up, or do you see something different? Put it in the indices room. I'm definitely wanting to watch this 2707, 2708 area. And then I'm certainly interested in the poor high from yesterday. And then obviously contextual structural type of features as well. I will tell you that buyers do not look very impressive so far as they bounce this market from this 65.70. Not looking so good. So that's a check in the favor of the holding the short core position here. Pretty choppy once we hit the open here. $20 minutes in, and really all we've seen is a very feeble attempt from buyers to take us higher. All right, this market's moving in slow motion today, but we finally see the effects of that very weak buying as sellers step back in, and this market headed to new pit session lows, but still certainly want to watch the inflection at around 70 cents. I guess my level's technically 67 or 70. So look like quality selling through the level there. Scaled some here into the 50s, high 50s. It's kind of a normal rotation size there after that, the pullback up, and kind of getting a move here. I'm not going to expect a big, measured move necessarily from this last leg. That would put us down here into 29. All right, guys, I've got to step away from the video, but quality trade we're in here today, especially during rollover. If we could get aggressive with this if we start to hold below 70, start to look for those 20s. Otherwise, if we start to pop back up 70 and hold, we're probably going to see a bigger kind of a bounce. I remain bearish below 20s all the way up here, 66.20s. But I'm not sure what I'll do exactly. It just depends on kind of what I'm seeing from order flow and whatnot. So regardless, got a really quality trade today, and which is a gift during rollover. It doesn't happen too many months. All right, guys, we'll see you around. I'll keep you updated on what I decide to do with this core position here.
Many people want to be traders. They're passionate about markets, but they don't know how to accomplish the goal of being a successful trader. They don't know the path to achieve that goal. And it's easy to want to be a trader, but that doesn't mean it'll be easy to be one. And there's no easy path to any form of greatness, but there is a path. S&B Futures gives traders a way to move their trading forward, a way to rise above all those who try and fail. Whether you're just starting out or an established veteran, we have a place to plug you into our system and keep you moving forward down the right path. Maybe you need to connect with successful traders. Maybe you need training to develop mental toughness or find edge. Maybe you're ready to trade on our team, either remotely or on our New York desk, where you're backed by large amounts of capital, provided with world-class professional technology, where you work with a risk manager that knows you, within a culture of coaching and mentoring, at a firm that takes all the downside risk while encouraging you to become the best version of yourself. For those with the courage to make the journey, S&P Futures is here to move your trading forward.